Hey, welcome back to the channel, and resuming from our previous video, we have the carbon fiber sprayed and we are ready to start unmasking. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is get everything unmasked, and then we will start getting everything prepped and ready for the next phase, which is us spraying on the orange pearl from SpazStix. And this will be really the star of the show, because this is going to give us the metallic effect as we go through this. So once I have everything unmasked, I'm going to go ahead and double check to make sure I don't have any bleeding, there's no overspray or anything like that. Hopefully I did a good enough tape job, but if I do come across anything, I will show you how easy it is to get that cleaned up before we move to our next phase. So I'm going to time lapse through this and we'll get all this stuff unmasked and take a look and see how it looks. So I did also want to kind of show how crisp of a line this tape likes to leave and how easy it is to peel. So this is why I like using the fine line tape whenever I mask my bodies. And you can just see how smooth, crisp, just a really clean line all the way through. So again, body looks great. We got everything kind of painted out in the darker colors that we want to, but we already have a couple areas that we need to put some attention on. So if you've noticed, I do have some hazing right around this wheel well. Now, I'm not saying I did this on purpose, but I am very glad that I did have an area where I could show this. So this is called ghosting. This is where you have some overspray. Sometimes it's attracted by static. This is extremely easy to clean off, especially with the SpazStix line. All of this could be cleaned out with just rubbing alcohol. So again, I use the isopropyl alcohol. I grabbed this just from Walmart. I grab a soft towel and a rag, and all this comes off clean. Not only that, it helps me clean the body before I move on to the next step. So I'm gonna go grab a clean rag and we'll start going through and getting these little areas cleaned up and showing you how easy it is. If I were to go ahead and immediately peel and go straight to spraying, all of this would continue to show through that paint, and especially with how light of a color we're going with, I'd basically ruin it. So whenever you go to peel, slow down, really take a good look at every part of it. Do I have anything that bled through? Is there anything that needs a little bit of attention? And if you do come across that area, stop, let's get it cleaned up before you put on the next color. Right now is the only time that you do. So let's get it done. All right, so I got my clean, lint-free microfiber towel, and I also got my bottle of rubbing alcohol. I do want to show just a couple other things, other tools I keep in my arsenal, and these are Tamiya, I think they're called cone cotton tips, cotton swabs. These things are excellent for getting any overspray off of any of the fine details. Let's say there's an edge that bled through a little bit. I don't have anything that I could really demonstrate these, but if you're trying to clean up a small area, these are fantastic. I will have the link below for these as well. And yes, Tamiya PC cleaner is probably some of the best paint remover, body cleaner. Unfortunately, it is extremely hard to get right now in the States. So I've been using nothing but just isopropyl alcohol. And again, I'll show you how easy it is to get this removed. A little bit on a towel, and it will wipe right out of the body. And actually, a lot of that was actually on the outside, not the inside. So the only thing I will advise is be careful, because just as easily as you could wipe out the overspray, you could wipe out the areas that you just painted. Now, that is a good thing and a bad thing. Let's just say that I didn't want to paint this, or I'm not happy with the way it turned out. I could remove this completely with just rubbing alcohol. It hasn't been a full 24 hours, so it hasn't fully dried yet. And I could go through and get this completely wiped out, get it re-prepped and respray it, and have no issues whatsoever. So another tip, before you do anything else in the process, really look through, just a little rubbing alcohol on a rag, get it cleaned up, and you're good to go. And if you are needing it for a tighter spot, let's just say that there is some areas underneath the headlight that you can't get to with a normal rag, you can kind of just get in there and get into these finer points and clean up some smaller edges, just because it does have a very, very concise point. And again, these don't have any lint on them either. They're very tightly wound, so they're not going to fray. It's not going to leave anything in the body for you to get painted. So I'm gonna go through and get this the rest of the way prepped up. Everything else is already masked, and now I will be able to spray the entire body with just the orange pearl. We're gonna let that dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll hit with the orange, but let's go ahead and get this pearl sprayed. All right, so we got our pearl sprayed on, and you could kind of start seeing it through the panel. Once we put the orange behind it, it will really make that color pop. And again, the end result is going to end up around here. So we put about 3 coats of the pearl on. Ended up being about a third of the bottle. But again, very even distribution. The reason why I enjoy this airbrush so much, and again, if you haven't seen my other videos, this is the GSI Krios PS290A. With this fan nozzle, it sprays a good wide pattern, so you get very even coverage, and right now is really the time for you to take a good look at the body. So sometimes it's really hard to tell with pearl if you got good coverage or not. Is it even from front to back, side to side, so on and so forth? Because once you go and put on that backing, you will not be able to go back, and you can't change it. So if you were seeing some areas that didn't have enough pearl, maybe we need to go back and put another coat somewhere, this would be the time to do it. Now, it also is very deceiving because every angle shows that pearl a little bit different, so you kind of have to take your time and really take a look. Hey, did I get everything? Does it look even? Does it look good? So everything to me looks like we are ready to go ahead and get to the next step, which is going to be spraying the orange, and this should be the end result when we are done. Of course, after the orange, we will back it again with white, but so far we are in the final stages, and man, it's coming along nice. So stay tuned. We should be peeling this bad boy soon. Thank you.